What's good, YouTube? Um, it's a Christ Leviathan prophecy, and yeah, by the title of this video, um, I'm not shocked that we lost. I'm more of shocked that we didn't put up a fight. You know what I'm saying? Um, Throughout the game, I thought the defense played a little bit better. Um, they actually played well. They kept the New York they kept the 49ers out the end zone. Outside of that two touchdown that he had, one to Bell and the other one to Debo Samuel. But I think the Giants did a pretty good job at times, keeping the 49ers out the end zone, knowing that they had weapons of mass destruction. Kittle, he had his moments, but he didn't really kill us that much. Um, but yeah, the New York Giants, they're not good defensively. They struggle against good tight ends. Obviously, week one, Ferguson killed us. Week two, Zach Ertz killed us, and Kittle once again killed us. Um, we're not good at stopping the run. We were last year or the year before that. I think we were ranked third against the run 2 years ago. But now we just piss poor against the run. We cannot stop the run. We let Pollard run all over us. We let Connor run all over us. Obviously, Christian McCaffrey, he is, arguably the best running back. That's why he got paid, what he got paid, because he's more durable and he obviously is more productive. But the Giants right now, I think the Giants should go back to the 4-3 scheme. I know the Giants were in a 3-4 when they had the crunch bunch. Lawrence Taylor, Carl Banks, not Carey, Carson. But early 2000, we switched to a 4-3, and we've been in the 3-4. No, we've been in the 4-3 ever since. During our two Super Bowl runs, we were still in the 4-3. And then mixed with a NASCAR package, sometimes we were in the 5-2. But I believe in this offseason, the Giants should go back to a 4-3 scheme. Because that was our bread and butter. That's how we got to That's how we got to the quarterbacks. We don't have athletic linebackers like the 49ers do. There's some teams that looks real good in the 4-3. In the 3-4. Not so much. We need athletic linebackers in order for us to do what we have to do. We have to run. We have to have linebackers that can run sideline to sideline. Like if we had a Michael Parsons, then yeah. Or if we had like a good stud, like y'all remember when we had Jesse Armstead? I'm not saying that Jesse Armstead is Michael Parsons, but he was close enough. Like we had I think our longest linebacker after Lawrence Taylor retired was Antonio Pierce, but he retired. He had to retire due to neck injury. And after that we had Michael Boley. He wasn't really that bad. And then after that, we had Jonathan Goff, and then we got John Beeson. So we had veteran linebacker presence. We had Jamil McClain, so we had a lot of good linebackers. They just wasn't consistent, and then we had a whole bunch of scrubs at linebacker. I'm not even going to go through the names. I know them, but I'm not even going to go through the names. Like freaking Paysinger, Herzlich, Jaquan Williams, Greg Jones. Like we just had bad linebackers. You know, like we can never find that consistent linebacker like we had in Antonio Pierce. You know what I'm saying? Um, but it is what it is at the end of the day. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and sugarcoat. Um, I'm not gonna sit here and sugarcoat what happened and what should have happened, what could have happened. Like I'm not gonna sit here and say what should have happened, what could have happened. Obviously, um, even if Saquon Barkley was playing, I don't think it would have mattered. Now, I do believe Andrew Thomas being out kind of hurt us a little bit because we didn't actually get the plays that we needed to. Um, I mean, I'm not saying that Mike Kefka has to go, but moving forward, I think there should be change in the play calling. I really do because we cannot start off halves like this. We cannot start off games like this where we're slow and we have to creep back up. Because we thought that, wow, the Giants are, keeping it close against the, 49ers. But they was just toying with us. They was just playing with us. Like if they really wanted to, they could have blown this wide open. You know. Um, the 49ers had a lot of miscues. They were in the 20 and they couldn't punch it in. I mean, this score could have been at least 37, 41 to 12, you know. Um, but kudos to the Giants defense for the first half of keeping them out the end zone instead of them and making them settle for field goals. So yeah. So I'm looking at the stats right here on my phone. Okay. Daniel Jones was 22 out of 32, 137 yards and one touchdown. Matt Berea, 4 carries, 17 yards, one touchdown. Slayton, 3 receptions, 32 yards. Brock Purdy, 25 out of 37, 310 yards, two touchdowns. Chris McCaffrey, 18 carries, 85 yards, one touchdown. Deebo Samuel, 6 receptions, 129 yards, one touchdown. And I'm not even a stat person, so in the sticks, they dominated us. Total yards, 441. Passing yards, 300. Rushing yards, 141. They blew us out the water in rushing yards. Yards per play, 5.7 to 3.3. They have first downs. They had more first downs than us. 26 to our 10. Third down efficiency, we were 3 and 12. They were 9 and 16. Fourth down efficiency, none of them went on for on third down. Total plays, 46 to 78. Sacks, we both got two apiece. Punts, we punted the ball more. Penalties, six penalties for 37 yards. They got 6 penalties for 71 yards. Fumbles, none of us got fumbles. And obviously, Daniel Jones threw that one interception that Waller should have caught. And they dominated top time of possession. 39 minutes to 20. Um, so yeah. it was just bad all around, all the way around. It was bad. Um, all the way around, it was bad. So we have 11 days to our next game against the Seahawks, who we did beat last year. Um, yeah, we did beat the Seahawks last year. Um, we did beat the Seahawks last year, but that was last year. Obviously, they retooled, they reloaded. I believe didn't they have Carson? Yeah, I think he got let go. I think they have like Walker now. Walker the second at running back. They still got two good receivers and DJ Metcalf and Tyler Lockett. Good luck stopping those two receivers. They got a good passing game. They got a good defense still. It's not going to be easy, man. I'm pretty sure they haven't forgot what we did to them last year. Um, but it's gonna be one of those games, and it's at home. So again, the for some reason the Giants don't show up at home. When they need to show up, they show up. Or when they want to show up, they show up. Um, that's why I say the Giants don't deserve home games anymore. Because what's the point of home games if you're not gonna show up? Like that's your number one priority to protect home court. You know, like you can't have other teams going in your building and trash your building. Yeah, you have fans. Their fan base is gonna come to your building. You're gonna come to their building. That's what sports is all about. You know what I'm saying? But um, like I just believe that it's going to be a close game. I'm not going to say we're going to lose, we're going to win. I hope it doesn't end in a tie. Um, but the Seahawks are not a bad team at all. I don't know how we're going to stop Tyler Lockett and DJ Metcalf, especially DJ Metcalf. That dude is LeBron James on the pill. Is playing, but he's like freaking Megatron. If Megatron and Calvin Johnson, no, if Calvin Johnson and DJ Metcalf had a baby, just playing along. If they had a baby, or I'll put it at this: if DJ Metcalf, if DJ Metcalf Okay, so I mean, never mind, never mind. I'm not gonna make that analogy. But yeah, DJ Metcalf is a monster. You know, Tyler Lockett is a shifty receiver. They got a good tight end. So it's gonna be a battle. The Seahawks are not bad at all. I'm gonna look back. I'm gonna look at these next two games that they had, or these last two games that they had, and try to break down to see what we can do against them. What's their weakness? What's their strength? Um, but other than that, man, that's all I got, man. I did say we was gonna lose 30-17. I was close. No, no, no. I said 34. No, I said 34-17. I was close. I mean, they won anyways, but my prediction was a little bit close. Um, but 12 points, that's all you can muster up is 12 points. But like I said, you know the difference. You know the difference between playing a very good defense versus playing a very bad defense. Like, how come Daniel Jones didn't do what he did against the Arizona Cardinals? Or how come Daniel Jones didn't do the exact same thing that he did? Hold on. See, I'm texting my baby mama on Snapchat. You can't really see it. Hold on. Hold on. See? Hold on. It's too. Hold on. That's her right there. It's Queen Rican. Or Rican Queen. Y'all want to see what she look? Hold on. Y'all want to see what she looks like? This is what my baby mama looks like. But anyways, but yeah, man. I mean, Seattle's not going to be easy. You know, Seattle's not going to be easy. Um, Seattle is not going to be easy. But we should get Barkley and Andrew Thomas back. But again, the way the 49ers was playing, I mean, it would have made no difference. I know a lot of Giants fans are going to say, well, we only lost because we didn't have Andrew Thomas and Saquon Barkley. But how did they play? They were available week one, right? I'm just saying, like they both of them were available week one. And how did they play? Andrew Thomas gave up what 2-3 sacks. Barkley wasn't really a no-show. So going against this defense, it was not going to matter anyways. I mean, I think what the Giants should have done was they should have rotated, like I said. I mean, they did, but obviously Gray was not in the rotation at all. He was more of a punt returner than anything, which I understand. But the running game was not existent, you know. And like I said, the Giants probably have the worst wide receiving core, or not even wide receiving core. Outside of Saquon Barkley, the Giants have the worst running back core ever. I mean, I thought they was going to give Turbin. I think Turbin looked better than Matt Berea and Brightwell in the preseason. But I'm pretty sure he's on a practice squad because he has to get, familiar with the offense. You know, you can't just throw him in there and he don't really know what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? But we have got to upgrade in the running back position. We have never been poor at the running back position. Never. From Tiki to Rondé to Jacobs, Bradshaw, Derek Ward, David Wilson, Rashard Jennings. You know what I'm saying? Now Saquon Barkley. Like, we have never been trash at running back. We always had two good running backs. I mean, I think Shane Vereen and Rashard Jennings was our two good running backs at the time. 2015, I believe. Like, we've never lacked at the running back position. Like, every single position we're falling apart. You know, we don't have a good receiving core. You know, we're not playing Jalen Hyatt enough. And I'm pretty sure if Jalen Hyatt was a first-round draft pick, we would have been playing him more. Because obviously, first-round draft picks versus third-round draft picks, first-round draft picks just have more value. A third-round draft pick, I mean, they don't value a third-round draft pick versus a first-round draft pick. Andrew Thomas is going to get a lot of playing time, but right now he's hurt. So, yeah. But the Giants should go back to a 4-3. It's either they go back to a 4-3 or they take the play calling off of Mike Kefka's hands and give it to Brian Dable. And let Brian Dable call the plays. Because if this continues, because obviously you're gonna need time. Obviously when Andrew Thomas gets back, hopefully this line can be decent enough. Um, but yeah, I mean that's all I can tell y'all. So I know a lot of Giants fans are gonna be down in the dumps today, but we were facing a good team. I mean, come on. I mean, outside of the Arizona Cardinals, we should have been. Right now, our record is where we are right now. We're 1-2. That's a pretty good record for us right now because we faced two good teams, and we already in 3 games already. So, we already in 3 games. Actually, yeah, week 3 or I don't see week 1, week 2, week 3, okay. So week 4, we already in 4 games already. So, um, hopefully we'll be 2-2. But I did say the Giants was going to have a down year, because it's hard what you duplicate. What the Giants did last year, they took everybody by surprise because nobody expected the Giants to ever, do anything. Just kind of like my Knicks in the bubble. Like my Knicks, nobody expected my Knicks to do anything, and my Knicks took everybody by surprise. So it is what it is. I mean, it's not hard. It's just consistency. Draft well, develop well, which the Giants never do. You know, um, and I think ownership plays a big part of it. You know, um, like I want the Giants to just have one owner. Can we just have one owner? Why do we have to have 2 owners? Like I don't get. I get it. They both have equal shares to the organization. Um, but I don't know, man. I mean, I just think I just think Steve Tisch knows more than John Mara. I think John Mara just got into the business because his dad handed the business down to him when obviously he passed away. You know what I'm saying? I think it was Billington Mara, wasn't it? Billington Mara? Um, like he don't know what he's doing. He's so stuck in his own ways. I mean, it is what it is. I wish death upon nobody. I mean, if you look at my Knicks, you know, um, he stepped aside. He let the people do what they have to do. We brung on Leon Rose. We have Wild Wild West. You know what I'm saying? We fired our GM. What's his name? Patty. I forgot his name. Um, I forgot his name, but we fired him. So we're still searching for a new GM. Um, Bob Myers is the one is a favorite candidate. You saw how he turned around the Golden State Warriors. I know it's a NFL topic, but I'm just saying. But yeah, man. I mean, we should go back to a 4-3 next season. I really do, because this 3-4 is not working at all. At all, it's not working. Because for it to work, like I said, we have to have linebackers. We don't have linebackers like that. We really don't. We're forcing something that's not there, and we have to blitz. Like people don't understand the meaning. When you blitz, you're leaving your position uncovered. So you're banking on getting there, or you're gambling on getting there before he snaps the ball and throws it. Because if he snaps the balls and throws it, and you're not at your position, that's a wide open touchdown. Now, I'm not saying for you to blitz all the time. Like for me, I play in a 4-3. No, I play in a 4-3. So that means 4 defensive ends, one linebacker, right? That's how we used to play, right? When we had a Michael Strahan, an OCU Minura, a Justin Tuck, JPP, you know, like we got pressure with our front four. With a playing in a 3-4, you get your pressures within your linebackers, right? You play 3 defensive ends and you have, I think, 3 or 4 linebackers. Now, your edge rushers can also be a linebacker, right? But we're not getting any pressure. We might probably be the bottom of the tier when it comes to sacks. We do not create a lot of pressure. Not only don't we create a lot of pressure, the offensive line don't give Daniel Jones time. And when Daniel Jones does have time, he holds on to the ball too much. He becomes Jay Cutler-esque, you know? Like when Jay Cutler was coming out of Vanderbilt, Skip Bayless used to praise about him. Oh, we got our guy, Vanderbilt University. Like he used to come on first take every single day and defend Jay Cutler. Oh, he has a big arm. He's gonna win a Super Bowl for the Chicago Bears. It's like, if you don't get your goofy, stupid ass. But obviously he turned out to be a major bust. He didn't work out, didn't pan out. He had a lot of psychological problems. Stephen A. Smith used to go on rampage about him. You paying him $14 million to ride a bicycle in a playoff game? Are you kidding me? But anyways, man, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Not in my wildest dreams did I ever saw Daniel Jones play as poorly as he did. Daniel Jones is just not a cutout. He's not. I'm sorry. I've given him time to grow. It took Eli Manning 2004, 5, 6, 7. It probably took Eli Manning 3 years within his rookie year to finally pop. Now, I know he didn't have the best of rookie years. We all know that. But obviously he grew as a player. He grew as a player and, he excelled. I think he had 24, 27 fourth quarter comebacks. He won 2 Super Bowls. He's never won MVP. He's been a one-time Pro Bowler around 2009. But you know what? He showed up when games mattered. And that's what Daniel Jones lacked. He don't have the clutch gene. He's kind of like James Harden. Yeah, he can wow you with his running, but when push comes to shove, he's not the guy. He's not the guy. So if I'm the Giants, I'm secretly tanking. I'm not telling nobody I'm tanking. We're gonna fight. Don't get me wrong. We're gonna go out there and fight. But we're secretly tanking for Caleb Williams. Whether we get the first pick, second pick, third pick, obviously Lawrence Taylor was a third-round pick. Michael Jordan was a third-round pick. Jalen Hyatt is a third-round pick. You know what I'm saying? So RJ Barrett was a third-round pick. So Um, it is what it is, you know. But we're secretly tanking, and it sucks because you see all these teams do their homework and they always wind up with the best player. We never wind up with the best player outside of Odell Beckham Jr., who again, he did what he did here. He didn't really do anything special. Um, he didn't really do anything special. But you know what? He put a lot of seats in butts, and he got a lot of mainstream media attention. Um, but no, he didn't really do anything here special. You know, but you know, you look at David Wilson. David Wilson, you know, they used to call him. I think Carl Banks used to call him Turbo, because he was so fast, and at the end of each touchdown, he would do backflips and stuff. And Tom Coughlin didn't like that, you know. But you know, obviously, you know, later on, like in the season, he stopped doing it, you know. And you know, I think it was against the Eagles where it was at the goal line, and then he tried to, like, you know, punch it in for 6, and he felt like a stinger in his neck. And then after that, you know, obviously his career was short lived. You know, he could have done more if he still kept on playing. But he had to retire due to neck injury, and obviously he took a chance in the Olympics. You know, that doesn't require, you know, a lot, but you still have to, you know, do a lot of movements with your head and stuff. So, but it wasn't really physical activity like football. So I'm pretty sure he's doing good. And I mean, he had fumbling issues, but you know, he did secure it. They did help him out in that possession. Um, but yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that the Giants are going to switch to 4-3 now, but I think the Giants should evaluate going back to a 4-3. Develop some defensive ends, draft some defensive ends, and take it from there. You know, because our bread and butter was obviously the 4-3. That's how we won a lot of games. I remember 2010, we had the most sacks. You know, we had the most sacks. I think we had like 13, 14 sacks. You know, that's when we was playing that NASCAR package. Um, but, you know, we have defensive ends that can get after the quarterback. You know, this 3-4 scheme ain't working. I don't know who brung. I don't know. I think the Giants needed a switch because I guess they was just tired of playing a 4-3. So I guess they needed to switch, but this 3-4 scheme is not working at all. We don't have the support that we need to run a 4-3. I mean, to run a 3-4. We really don't. If you look at Dallas runs a 3-4. But you know what? They got linebackers. They got Van Der Esch. They got Lawrence. You know, Lawrence can play the linebacker position and he can play defensive end, right? Like, you know, it's crazy. It really is. Um, but you know, we got 11 days to figure out how the hell we're gonna slow down this passing unit with the Seahawks. And yet again, Daniel Jones is going to be thrown into another primetime game. And Daniel Jones, I don't know if 4 o'clock games or primetime games. Like, what do you consider primetime games? Do you consider primetime games at 4 o'clock, or do you consider primetime games every Monday, Sunday night, Thursday night? You know, because I was kind of confused about that. Like, they keep saying Daniel Jones is 1-11. So the game that we played against the Arizona Cardinals, that was in the primetime game, right? That was just a 4 o'clock game. So primetime games were basically, you know, Mondays, Thursdays, and Sundays, right? Those are you consider those primetime games? I'm just asking. Because I'm hearing a lot of people saying that Daniel Jones is 111. Now, if you don't really consider 4 o'clock games primetime games, then okay. I know he's 1-1 in the postseason. Um, that one loss coming from the Philadelphia Eagles. So we'll see. I don't see the Giants making the playoffs this year. I stand on my prediction. I said that the Giants will finish 6-10, or even worse, 3-13, depending on how the season goes. Because they're not beating the Jets. Okay, I already did the schedule, so I'm not gonna go over the schedule again. Um, but I can't sit here and say, oh, the Giants are gonna lose here and lose here and lose here. You know. Um, but yeah, we'll see though. Like, comment, subscribe. I will obviously fix. Um, I will obviously fix the thumbnail because I can't do it on here because they keep saying that the pictures are too, you know, small. So yeah, so I'll do it on my phone. Like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, take care of yourself and each other.